Right, so I'm streaming earlier today because what I'm doing today has been changed around a bit in terms of like times doing it. So that's the only mission I've not done all the side objectives on. I need to do the workbenches on some others. I'm gonna do the Guernsey mission of Axis Invasion on because I want to get the workbenches on that mission. Anyway, I'll wait for some people to get on first. Hopefully it gets a notification sent out. Alright, Mike. Yeah, I'm having to stream today at this time because the dogs are having like a grooming thing done with them or something today. So I was told if I didn't want to, I didn't have to walk them, but I said I'd just walk them this evening. So I'll be sort of out late afternoon, early evening to walk them. That means I'm sort of around at this time of day. So yeah, I'll do the Guernsey level. But I've got Axis Invasion turned on now, which means enemies can like invade your game as a sniper. Right, I'll change the starting location now, can't I? Because of it's a roadside house as well. I've not unlocked that one. I assume that's probably the one at like the southeast of that. I'll start in regular starting position for this one anyway. So this map's quite cool because it's obviously the Guernsey one that's modelled properly on all the Guernsey stuff from World War II.
We've disrupted the production line.
Yeah, I was trying to stream this level before, and this is one of the ones where YouTube crashed when I was doing it. If you wonder why my character suddenly changes in a minute, it's because you can, after you complete the game, you can change your character skin. So that's why he's a different character now, although they all look pretty similar. So I assume I get a message pop up on the screen if somebody invades you.
Wenn Sie nicht wollen, dass was schief geht, sollten Sie den Turm mit mehr als 2 Kabeln sichern. Das
Yeah, if you're on Twitch tonight, I'll definitely be on Twitch tonight. It's just that obviously at the moment, you know, where I would be sort of out at this time and then back sort of 3 PM sort of time, I'm now going to be out 3 PM sort of time and back 6 or 7 PM. Oh, not that late, but you know. Up here, it's just a little sort of gun bunker thing. I'm getting rid of the person that's told me to get a job. Seems I already have several fucking jobs, thank you very much. You get some weirdos on here, don't you, Mike? I know you get them as well with your stuff. Yeah, technically working 7 days a week as well. doesn't mean I'm working all day 7 days a week, but it means I don't actually get a full day off unless I book holiday. But if that person's on at this time as well and they're in the UK, then clearly they don't have a job, do they? Well, they're on their lunch break or whatever, but still. Because generally, I think the people I've always heard moaning about people, oh, why don't you have this sort of job or that job, are always the ones that, again, don't do anything. Oh, yeah, here we go. We've got an actual enemy on now. So what this means now is there's somebody trying to hunt me down who's like a sniper like me. It's probably a bit easier for them in the sort of sense that they're a they can run around with the German soldiers. All right, if I die, Mike, it's because the other sniper got me most likely. You just got me, Mike. Yeah, he was a lot closer than I thought he was. I thought he was going to be sniping at me from a window, and he just got me with an SMG. Right.
bloody good shooting.
I'm already online at the moment. I'm just doing a stream, so obviously I can't join other people's games. I've got Axis Invasion on, but I might have to turn that off if it ends up being too much of a distraction from chatting with people if people come on. Already a bulk cutters, yeah. Stuck in an animation, that's annoying. Yeah, I might try the Axis Invasion mode the other way around in a bit. I did want to just do a bit on this mission to look for the workbench because I didn't find. Ah, does that tell me where the Axis sniper is? Okay, cool. I don't know if that's because he's been standing around for ages not doing anything, but Saying that though, he's right on the other side of the map, which means it's going to be a pain in the ass to get to him, because he's got all the Germans between him and me. I'll change the chat mode because I know sometimes it doesn't show the comments in the other mode, so do that one. Tiger 2. Oh, that was its front arm. Crap, I thought that was its back arm.
This one doesn't die easy.
Ah, so that's the actual enemy sniper I'm encountering now. Ah, I got him. Oh, wait. So he killed me and I killed him. Draw. Yeah. Okay. Right, I might disable Access Invasion now just to play this properly. But, yeah, that's quite cool, that mode. The only problem is it's probably a lot more fun if you're invading because you don't have to worry about any of the other enemies on the map. Right, Tactical. I thought you were dead, Tsar Nicholas II, but hello. We had another one come on mic, so I blocked him as well. Basically saying I'm a crybaby because I deleted that other bloke. So I think it was probably the same person coming back with another account. I think that's a lie that they're advancing on London, especially if this is 44. You don't, Toxic Call, you're lying, seeing as I haven't had a channel that long. Oh, if you say 2020, yeah. Sorry, I thought it said 2009 just now, unless you edited it. Oh, enemy sniper, shit. Oh, I don't have any bandages. Yeah, you can watch me since 2020, but you can't have watched me since 2009, since this channel didn't exist back then. For see if somebody has a bandage on me before I bleed to death again. Oh, he's got a bandage. Good. Right, quick. Nope. Some fucking grenade. Okay. Not doing very well at this today, am I? Alright, hype. Yeah, I normally would be doing like dog walking or dog sitting at this time of day, but the dogs are having like a grooming thing done, so I'm walking them in the evening rather than now. I did start playing some Axis Invasion on, but after like the first time I got killed and then we had like a draw, we killed each other, I sort of thought I'm not really going to get much of the level done if I'm constantly looking out for somebody invading me. Oh, it was just a stick grenade, but I just don't know where it came from. That was the weird thing, is normally you always know when there's infantry moving up on you to throw a grenade. But, I should at least get the slow motion kill cams as well now that I'm not online, because that's the only problem when you're playing online, is that you won't get the slow motion cameras anymore. So I have completed this once, but now I'm playing it on medium, which is definitely a lot harder than playing it on easy. It still assists you quite a bit with the scope stuff, even though I don't really need that very much. But it's more that obviously the enemies seem to do more damage a lot quicker with this mode on, so if they actually start chasing you, it's a lot more difficult. Well, is that the new COD? I've got that one if it's the World War II one, but I've not actually played the campaign on it. I finished the original Call of Duty again quite recently. The one where you actually have a health bar. And like the newer ones. Yeah, it's everything's alright here at the moment, other than the inflation, you know, and all that sort of stuff that's everywhere, I think, at the moment. But there's not too much. It's mostly like the petrol and diesel prices that are insane. Oh, crap! I was looking at the chat, not the not what I was doing. Yeah, I've played Sniper Elite 3, I've not played 4. It's one of those games I'd probably get if it was on a sale. That's the Italy one, isn't it? Sniper Elite 4. The one I've got at the moment's a Thompson with a massive suppressor on it and a drum mag. But they let you customise the guns in this, which is sort of unrealistic for the time. But I suppose if you're meant to be some sort of special operations executive sniper, it's not too unrealistic. But yeah, it's what was I going to say? I'll show you the weapons workbench in a minute when I find one. I'll have to look online, because this is one of the missions where I'm going back through it to find all the workbenches to get all the upgrades. Oh shit, is that a sniper? Yeah. And there's my pimped out over the top 1911. The M1 Carbine's the most realistic one of them I've got, but I don't know if they ever actually did scopes the M1 other than the M3 night vision sight. You can put the old Gen 0 night visions on in this game. There's not much point because most of the missions are daytime missions. Yeah, Bubba Tommy, exactly. When I find a workbench, I'll show you all the guns in the game and everything. At least the ones that you can customise. So I think there's a few guns in this that are ones that you can't customise that enemies sometimes have, so you can pick them up and shoot them when enemies have them. I wish there was a first-person only mode for this. You know, as it stands, it's first person with guns if you want it to be, and then it's third person when you're running around. Oh, crap, was that the tiger shooting at me? Oh, at least there's a Panzerfaust up here. See, this is the problem with third person, you can kind of cheat, because you can do this. Yeah, there we go. You can see when he's, still probably going to take more hits because they're really tough in this, the tiger trees. Yeah, it's going to slowly kill me, isn't it, if I stay up here. So let's go.
The Allied invasion of France will never happen, and the cowardly politicians in London are already begging for peace. Accepting the rule of Germany is your only hope for safety.
Where was it I was going to go to? I think that's the place I want to have a look at, isn't it? See if that was where you get an optional, like, mission start point. But yeah, this was made by Rebellion, so they're only, like, 10 miles from where I live, Rebellion, because they're in Oxfordshire, so I'll go north down. They've done a few games I've really liked, Rebellion, but a lot of the time I think they just sort of do games that are fairly competently made, but never that groundbreaking. The favourite game they made, weirdly enough, was Judge Dredd vs. Death of theirs, which was a licensed Judge Dredd game. I really like that one. Oh, has he got glass in front of him that doesn't break? I don't know.
Almost out of ammo.
More of them. I think when they set the alarm off, more enemies do actually spawn in, but that's alright. That means more loot. I'm already fully leveled up, so it's not like I'll unlock anything else. But yeah, this mission, I said it as I was saying earlier in the stream and not many people were on, is quite cool because apparently they went to all the locations in Guernsey to model all the forts correctly. I don't know if I've ever actually been to the German forts on Guernsey. That's definitely something I'd want to do if I go there again. I've seen lots of films filmed in them. You know, when they do like World War II films, because they're quite intact. Because obviously the Germans never really had to defend them from anything. In the sense that, you know, by the time stuff was going on there, it was already too late. Oh. So yeah, there you go, there's like a non-bubbered gun, like the standard ones that enemies carry. Oh, did you get the cool Luger thing? Is it? Yeah, you do. Is it, where it does that like hydraulic thing. Hydraulic, you know, like piston like hospital. Right, Dan. Yeah, that's cool, tactical. Yeah, I'm not walking the dogs at this time of day, Dan, today, because the people are getting their dogs groomed today. So what I'm doing is I'm walking them, like, this evening after, like, you know, the worst bit of the heat's down and the dogs have had time to chill out after being groomed. They said I didn't need to do it today if I didn't want to, but I said I'd still do it. Doesn't really bother me, doing it in the evening. Although, again, annoyingly, I won't get a chance to use any night vision or whatever doing it this time of year, because it's going to be really bright still, being summer. Because there's that night vision tactical pirate recommended to me that I want to do a video on, but it's not been dark enough yet to actually do a proper video on it. You know, by the time it's dark, it's too late and I can't really bother to go out at the moment. Yeah, that's annoying, Dan. We had some dickheads on earlier telling me to go get a job, because obviously I can't be playing a video game at this time of day if I've got a job. Yeah, so I won't be streaming later this evening, but I'll do a decent length stream now because of the fact, like I said, I don't need to go out till later. So I'll probably just be playing video games at this time of day anyway today. Quickly runs that armoured room. Yeah, and what we were saying earlier is if somebody comes on at this same time of day to complain that, you know, why aren't you at work? Clearly that person's not working if they can come on their phone or whatever, even if they are at work, to whinge about it. But again, I imagine it's just like a troll account that goes around doing that. There's loads of channels on at this time of day. In a minute, I might have to go AFK for a couple of minutes to go get a drink or something, just because it's getting quite warm and I don't want to get dehydrated. I did have a bottle of Lucasade earlier, but I finished that already, so don't mind getting another bottle of Lucasade, but I might see if there's like a can of Coke or something in the fridge. I was going to be looking for intel, wasn't I, in this hospital? Like I said, I've already done the campaign, so I should know what I'm actually doing, but... Okay, yeah. Let's do the bonus objective for this guy, even though I don't need to. Yeah, I'm getting pinged even though I'm in a game. Hopefully it doesn't come up over the overlay, but... Right, I'm purposely pacifying this Nazi, because that way, if this was the one I'm after, the officer, I can dump him in the cement. Well, I've already done that as like the bonus objective, I might as well do it again. let me just reply to my Telegram things anyway. Yeah, I've just been sent some pictures of some very neat looking dogs. So that's good for them in the hot weather, at least, that they've got nice short coats. Oh, I need to put my phone down back on the Sniper Elite chat. I have no idea what you say. Right. Yeah, most of the reason I have loads of mods on here, funnily enough, is actually because of the fact that, like I say, it was more because of like people that were paying for membership and then couldn't post actual comments, because of the fact that, you know, YouTube kept banning random fucking words like safety or whatever it was. Right, now some other people are on today that weren't on yesterday. Does anybody remember this British horror film? Because I can't remember the name of it and it's really annoying me. Oh, it's quite funny. There was a British horror film that came out in the 2000s at some point. You know, it might have been 2010, might have been a bit later, but it's like the last 20 odd years, and it's not the last few years. It's definitely at least 5 years old or more, but I don't think older than 2000. And it's about this couple that go on holiday, and then they think they're being like stalked by somebody, but then partway through the film there's a plot twist, and it turns out that they're actually like thrill killers, and that the person stalking them is like somebody they tried to kill and leave for dead, and now they're like out for revenge. So we were asking people about it on the other stream because it's really annoying because nobody can remember what it is if they've seen it. And I know a couple of people I've spoken to who have actually seen this film, and they can describe scenes from the film, and I asked them, do you remember what it's called? They can't remember, and it's really annoying me because I want to rewatch it. Oh look, they're standing next to a grenade barrel. That was careless, I think. I've got an achievement called Lehrgeist. Achieve 250 ghost kills. Okay. You can shoot through, yeah, let me demonstrate it, and you also get different bullets of different characteristics. So, do I have any on here? Let me show you. So, like, my Carbine isn't the best gun anyway for penning walls because it's a lower caliber gun. But, so the M1 Carbine, I've got regular ammo, subsonic, and armor piercing. So with armor piercing, it pens wooden things much more efficiently, and like steel helmets and that, it ricochets off them less. So let's see if I can get an enemy to stand behind a wall, and then I'll try and demonstrate it shooting through a wall or something. Yeah, that's the thing that's really annoying, Mike, is I just want to rewatch it, and I know the film exists, and I know most of the bits in the plot, but Googling it is just getting me no results. And like I said, every time people say, is it this film, it's all the other ones I've already looked at, when, you know, that come up when I'm searching for this film, and it's not those. Like I said, I've even annoyed one of my mates with this, because he's seen the film as well, and when I asked him, do you remember it, he's like, no, but I want to watch it again now, and I can't remember the fucking name, and you annoyed me. I did the same thing to him, so... Oh, I need to find a German behind a wall so I can demonstrate like the armor piercing sort of stuff. Right, there's one down there, but obviously I can't see if I'm going to pen the wall. Oh, there we go. Right, here we go. I'll slow it right down. Although it looked like that one, it pens really easily, but you get some where they deflect a bit or already start expanding by the time they hit somebody. Yeah, I've spent a bit more than 30 minutes trying to do it, Mike, but yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it? Yeah, Dan, I think that was pure luck than anything. I just guessed where he'd be in the wall, but yeah, let's try and see if we can do it with somebody that's like behind like waist high cover, like something like this, because it definitely happens. There was a shot earlier, I don't know if you saw, where it went through a crate, like deformed, and then bounced off at the right angle to kill somebody, when it was just like a shot I should have missed on the kill cam. I've got kill cam turned on as much as it comes on, because that way if you get an interesting kill, you're more likely to notice it. It's not actually running. Not yet, Dan. I think it's too early for him. He's probably an American, isn't he? But he spams a lot of questions. I suppose he's just probably one of those people eager to talk in the streams. But when you're playing on the hardest difficulty, you don't get any of the icons above people's heads, by the way, so it's much harder to spot people. Right, that German's behind a bit of wood. Ah, that was annoying. I didn't get a kill cam for that one. Right, I want to go have a look at that little thing I put the marker on for myself, because I want to see if there's anything actually there, like if it's that extra spawn point I've not found. But hello Rich, if you're on, I've not seen your comment. Oh, are you saying Rich came on camera when you were doing the thing? Yeah, sorry, I thought you were saying hello to Rich, like he'd just come on. What I'll do in a minute is I'll deck the guy out in fully British gear just for a laugh. Whether or not it's any good, I don't know, but we'll give him a Sten, we'll give him either the WoW Rod or the, like, whatever it's called, revolver, Webley revolver, and the, oh, it's another gnome. And the rifle, will give him that rare one they put in the game for a laugh. Ah yes, that was a starting location. Right, let me just have a quick look on the map and find out where some of the workbenches are on this map, just so I can go to one quite quickly. There's probably one in the north side of the map. Yeah, Dan, I think that's often what it is when people don't know when to sort of be quiet. It's just because they're a kid, so they keep asking the same questions, and they don't necessarily know that some questions are a bit impolite to ask people or whatever. So, Sniper Elite. I'll go get a drink in a minute, as I said, just because I don't want to get dehydrated, just because this room's already getting stupidly warm, even with the doors and windows open, because I'm the only person in the house. But it's still, you know, like, stupidly warm, this room, because of the way it traps heat. Sniper Elite 5, Guernsey, workbench, but that's a recommended search. Right, the SMG workbench is apparently probably just slightly north of where I am. Ah, probably that house there. Let's go have a look at that before I You can change your guns on all the workbenches, it's just each workbench unlocks additional like mods for the type of gun, so an SMG one unlocks new SMG parts, for example. There's a basement to this house. Yeah, there is, because there's the workbench right now. Right, how do we get down there then? I didn't spot a trapdoor when I was in that bit. Oh, there is a ladder over there. Okay, so how do we get over that side of the thing? Is there a vault up point? This window's got bars, so it's not like you jump through it on that side. There's a gnome there. So obviously I need to get in that side of the basement, don't I? Unless there's an additional way in there. But I wouldn't have thought so, because I've just broken the door with the bolt cutters on it. The idea of the workbenches is they're not very easy to find on some of the missions. So that's why, you know, on the first playthrough of the game you don't get all of them. Maybe just have a look around the area nearby in case there's a tunnel that leads back down there. Yeah, like, does this lead into that little bit? I've already been in the hospital bit, haven't I? So we'll be basically going south now. If not, I'll just look up a guide of how to get in there. It's probably something really obvious I'm missing. Yeah, it's yeah, getting hotter and hotter, isn't it? I think at the end of the week it's meant to be getting over 30 Celsius most days where I am. The pollen count's really nasty and high at the moment here as well. The main problem with me, like I've said before, is just this house is really bad at trapping heat because it was obviously designed when there was really cold winters. So it's really good on insulation, but it's not good on... Oh, it's a chap. But it's not good on, you know, letting heat out when you want it to. So unless you put an aircon in, like I've got, you know, I've just got one of the mobile ones where you put a hose on it, then put the hose out the window. It's just a really bad house for in the summer, you know, especially with PCs and stuff being on, just trapping heat and not letting it out. Right, so Tactical, the plot of the film is that there's this couple, like quite a young couple, and they're going on like a holiday, you know, in like a car, and they go to like their holiday house, and then they think somebody's stalking them. And then there's a plot twist where like the movie switches around to earlier in the movie again, but like the scenes are longer and you find out they're actually like a couple of thrill killers, and there's like one other couple that they attack and leave for dead, and the woman from that couple then goes like on a revenge thing to murder them. So she's the person that seems like you know, like the Michael Myers type killer in the beginning. She's the one stalking down like the thrill killers. It's not Eden Lake. I know Eden Lake, it's not Eden Lake. But, yeah, that's one of the ones people mention. And it's not Sightseers, and it's not another one that has a similar premise that somebody mentioned the other day that I'd also looked, you know, up.
People of Guernsey, do not listen to the lies of your corrupt media. London is now in ruins, and the cowardly Yankee politicians in Washington are already begging for peace. The war is over. Germany is victorious.
Ah, that is what we call the fake news. Fake news. Lying German MSM fake news. Right, where the hell is this entrance to that basement? Other than in the house where I can't vault over the stuff. I'll have a look on the guide in a second if I can't fucking figure this out. There's probably something fucking obvious and I'm missing it completely. Yeah, it's not going to just let me vault over because that's all I thought you'd have to do. Let me just try and blow this place up just to see if that does anything. TNT, 5 seconds. Does that break anything? No. Okay. Alright, let me check the guide to see how the hell I meant to actually get into that basement. Assuming it isn't somewhere else on the map that links back to it. But that's what I tried just now and that didn't seem to work. Ah, you have to go prone. Right, that's one of those obvious things I should have thought of but didn't. Yeah, so that's all it was. You literally had to go prone. Okay, yeah. I'm glad I looked that up and didn't spend ages trying to find an alternative way into this. Right, I'll go get a Fanta or Coke or whatever's in the fridge in a minute. But first I just want to see, I'll show you the weapons things in this game for people who don't know. So the only gun I've not unlocked at the moment is the RCS, RSC 1918, that's a French rifle, isn't it? I've unlocked the Gavea 43, the K98, the M1903 Springfield, the M1A Carbine, which is the one I use the most. And the Strem one is the interesting British prototype sniper's rifle that they consulted Royal Armouries for when they made the game. So let's use that. So again, you get different sights. Let's change that lower zoom or something. Alright, Rich. Right, so I'll go get, like I said, like can of Coke or something in it so I don't get dehydrated. And then, I'll carry on. So yeah, that's that. So we'll do a British loadout then. So we'll do that. For the gun, we'll have a Sten gun. We could also do the WoW gun because that's also British, but let's do the Sten gun. I'll have a pimped out Sten gun because why not? And we'll have the... We'll have the Gen 0 night vision scope on it. I don't have a massive battery pack on my back like I should do for that, but yeah, let's put the night vision scope on it on a daytime map for a laugh. All it will do is just give everything a green hue really and over bright it. It's not actually bad like using Gen 0 or Gen 1 night vision in the day. It doesn't really cause an issue in this, but so that's that. What was the actually other customizations I could do to this? Oh, overpressure mag, so it does more damage, which is a smaller mag. Alright, let's do that. And reinforced overpressure, right, let's make the Sten more powerful, just because I want a powerful Sten. Right, that's that. Okay, I'm just going to mark everything as red. And for the pistol, should we have a Webley? It's not silent or anything, but it's fun. Yeah, reinforce overpressure things to make it even more powerful. I haven't unlocked the hands for it because I think they're multiplayer things. So yeah. Is that the only British pistol? I suppose there's a WoW rod as well, isn't there, if you want a really good, quiet pistol. I haven't even actually played with the WoW rod yet, so I might do that actually. So I can reduce the amount of silencing in it, but make it a bit more powerful. Let's do that because it's only a few decibels louder. Magazine, extended magazine, why not, even if it lowers the control. Rear grip. Let's do that one, there's not cons doing it. Reinforced overpressure. Yeah, it might as well, it makes it less controllable, doesn't damage. Right. Yeah, so the Sten gun sight, there you go. It does kind of obviously brighten the dark in this, but the main problem with it obviously is that if you're playing a daytime map, I mean, I know it's a Gen 0 thing, and of course he doesn't have a massive battery pack like this thing should have, but yeah, like one of those, there is actually a Sten that did have this on it. There are hype, again, they're more useful on those missions, but I've not found a single mission in this way that you actually get a good use out of a night vision scope, because all of them, you know, are bright enough that you can really see, you know, without, and I've got the brightness, you know, when they do the brightness sliders that says, you know, just so this isn't visible, this is barely visible, you know, this is very visible. So I've done all that, and even then, you know, like I said, there's very little places in the game where the night vision scopes seem to have any use, but it's cool that they're in there. Obviously you can put that on, I think you can put that on the Sturmgewehr 44 as well, that scope. But anyway, right, Joshua, it says all your messages are retracted, but hello. Right, let me go get a can of Coke or something and I'll be back. Yeah, that's the thing I was saying about Rebellion hype. Right, I'm back now. I'm just going to open. I got a can of Fanta because we had some Fanta in the fridge, and that is very Third World Tour related. Because if you don't know, Fanta was it Coca-Cola that did Fanta, but they couldn't export it under the Coke name, so they had to come up with another name for it, basically. So Fanta, although I know it's not cola, is like one of those drinks that is a Nazi German kind of thing, because it was just like to get around trade embargoes. Right. So that's what I like about saying about the scopes hype, about the new Armour game, Armour Reforger, because the scopes actually only zoom in the scope themselves. So again, with a night vision scope, it would also do that correctly, you know. Oh, because the Germans couldn't afford it otherwise. It's always interesting, weird trivia like that. I suppose they could do it again with Russia, couldn't they? Make a brand specifically for exporting to Russia. And give it a different name. Okay, so anyway, let's go blow up the gun battery thing, which is my actual objective. And then I'll go around looking for the rest of the workbenches. Oh, let's be sneaky. I've got the WoW rod. I mean, the WoW rod is fucking cool. But yeah, I should probably use that more in this, just because I do like what the WoW rod actually is. It's a really cool thing. I think there's a Forgotten Weapons video on it, but... Because I know that's the things, because there's WoW rods that are still shot now and then. It's really surprising how quiet it actually is. It would be possible, but I imagine they'd be very expensive, because even things like Sten guns here are quite stupidly expensive for what they are deactivated. I mean, most WoW rods, thankfully, still seem to be in fireable... Ooh. Most WoW rods seem to be in fireable positions that are just kept in like strictly controlled museums, which is probably the best thing, you know, so they can be shot now and again for, you know, channels like Forgotten Weapons when they do videos on them. Because he got to shoot the old EM2s that are still kept around in the museum, like in live condition. Because, you know, the EM2 was such a good gun that we got basically strong-handed out of not adopting. Alright, see you on Twitch later tonight, Mike. I don't know how long I'll be on, because as I said, I can't do the dog walk until later on today, so it will just be a case of yeah, me streaming this for maybe another hour or so, and then just sitting around waiting to do the dog walk. I mean, I can get a video filmed if I get time, but knowing my luck, as soon as my mum or dad get home, they'll probably want me to fix computer issues for them or whatever else, which will stop me doing it. I am behind you. Do I actually have a suppressor on this then, or is this just a, I can't remember what I had on this. Oh, sound mask, so, oh no, sound mask was because the gun fired, wasn't it, so I shot him. Firing pin and a few other components. So it's basically a couple of different factors. I think if you look online, there's probably a thing that explains the minimum of what they have to do to each type of gun to, you know, make it fit for like the law purpose. But yeah, a lot of it has like cuts to the barrel with welds in it. Normally removal of a few bits. Quite often now it seems the trigger group isn't connected to anything. You know, like they snip where the trigger would actually connect to part of the receiver, if that makes sense. Yeah, as Rich said. So basically often you'll get them like cut or drill a hole into the barrel part way along. And then what they'll do is like put some sort of like steel in or whatever, and then that's welded in. So the barrel's cleared and you'd really struggle to drill it out again. you know, without having very good drill tips. You know, it's done like that on purpose, so it's as hard as possible for somebody to just go to a basic machine shop and, you know, get one firing again. The idea is it's easier to make, you know, like a zip gun than it is get a DIAC gun working. And that's why you can't just import DIAC guns from various countries with different laws on them here, because in some countries all they literally do is take the firing pin out. You know, or something really similar like that, where it's literally one component that can be swapped out and it's fine. But bear in mind, you can also own obsolete caliber guns here like I do. So there are guns you can literally buy that are fully functional guns, it's just the idea is that you'd never find ammo for them easily. Therefore the gun doesn't need to be deactivated. So I've got a Martini Henry that's kind of in bad condition, so I wouldn't want to shoot that. But I've got a 1890 Schmidt Ruben, which is a Swiss bolt action rifle, which is really nice, and a other bolt action, which is a Steyr, is it M1896 Mannlicher? It might be a slightly earlier model than that one, 1886 Mannlicher. That's bolt action. I've also got two obsolete caliber revolvers, so ones that just don't use a common cartridge now, they're pinfires. Well, you could get, there's every gun you can get deactivated. The thing is, it's a shame if it's a very rare gun that it would end up deactivated, not, you know, like kept working as long as possible, just, you know, with a collector that can legally do it, sort of thing.
Victorious German forces are advancing on London. Accept your role as part of the mighty German Reich.
Yeah, I think black powders in America as well are things you can own, can't you, even if you've got like a criminal history or something that stops you buying other guns there. You can get black powders here, but again, it's not as simple as you go in a shop and just buy a black powder. There's a lot more to it than that. And again, you can only legally shoot it in places you could legally, you know, shoot a Section 1 or Section 2 gun. You can't just go in your garden and, you know, discharge a black powder, like musket or whatever. So it's not like a comfort girl, which is a sex slave. Oh, I hate the scope. I have to change this. Oh, is this that fucking invincible window? Okay. So I absolutely hate that scope, so I have to change it because I just do not like its. Although saying that, it does have the bullet drop thing, like, doesn't it? Which is good because some of the scopes don't, like, in terms of the notches. So I'll try it out. It's just I don't like how it's wide, where you know, the actual normal crosshair would be. I'd rather it have a solid line there. It's that one I think I mentioned about. It's like one of those security camera ones that's surprisingly good. It's not a proper night vision thing. Well, I suppose it's technically like a equivalent of a Gen 1 in terms of light amplification, but it's a decent CMOS sensor in it or whatever. So I want to actually test it, because I think it'll be better than the Night Fox. You know, it won't be anywhere near as good as the Gen 2, but it seems to be surprisingly good at actually amplifying ambient light, and it seems quite a nice resolution as well. You can get black powder with some sort of license for it, and that's definitely allowed. But again, I don't know all the rules of what hoops you go through to get a black powder license, you know, whatever else, or what it's called. Yeah, it's like a really cheap digital camcorder, but it seems surprisingly good for what it actually is. So it'll be one of those things where when I get an evening when it's dark enough and I've got the energy, I'll go out and actually test what it's like compared to an actual, like, say, Gen 1 or whatever. But it's nice that you're getting stuff that's, like, you know, at least digital night vision that cheaply now. Because, like, £40 is nothing for one of those. Yeah, the Pulsar will be interesting, because, like I said, it's not going to be much worse than the Pulsar for amplifying light, I don't think. But the Pulsar will have a higher resolution picture than the Pulsar. I suppose the Pulsar will be better without IR. When it comes to there being IR light, this thing will probably look a lot better. Yeah, that's not good, is it, Dan? Are the police actually investigating it properly or not? Or are they just sort of going, oh, we've got more important things to do? Alright, that's good. Yeah, so the dogs were still in it and they were fine, but yeah, that is scary, yeah. So they just nicked it for the sake of nicking it and moved it somewhere else and dumped it. What's the fucking point in that? It's like not even like they're like napping the dogs or whatever, or was it because they thought they were going to get caught, so that's why they dumped it. Don't know. Rod's not brilliant for combat like this, but kind of defeats the purpose of it. Oh, of course, bullets magically explode fuel in this as well. It's a video game. Yeah, stem's alright actually, for using it as semi. I suppose the game doesn't model the fact that the magazines are shit in the stem, which is its main problem. Oh, yes, this is the big coastal one, isn't it? The big staircase. Right, what I'm just going to do is put a mine down a second, and then have some... oh, no, I didn't want TNT at a timer. Shit. I wanted a mine. Yeah, that wasn't my plan, though. Yeah, I wanted to do that, so I could just drink some Fanta without worrying about getting snuck up on. I wonder if they're actually coming upstairs or if they're just sitting downstairs somewhere. Is that a big recoilless rifle or is that like a spotting scope? Ooh. Yeah, that worked. I assume that's some sort of spotting thing, isn't it, if it's got binocular things in the middle of it. Yeah, see you tactical. Like I said, I'll be on, if you're on Twitch later, I'll be on. Oh, crap. I have a Panzerfaust. Big anti-tank rifle. Is there invisible Germans? Oh look, there's one. I don't know what the drop's like on this thing. That hit quite close to him. Ah, okay, so it pretty much doesn't have much drop. Oh no! Oh! Up the arse with an anti-tank gun. Oh no, 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 no. Anything else there for me to snipe at while I'm in here or whatnot? Ah, there's a resistance marker on the church, so I'll check out the inside of the church. See if that guy comes back out the door. The only problem is, to stop the sway, you actually need to turn that aim assist thing on you if you don't want to use it. Going outside was looking in here. The officers were searching, so that's no, it's moves of license break. Right, anyway, I'm going to go have a look at that church and see what's in there, in case there's a workbench or something in there. I do want to see if I can get a good long distance kill with this SRAM, but the guy's not outside now, is he? So I have to line up a shot, hopefully from the tower. I want to do some long distance shots in this, but I've not had many missions yet where I've actually spotted people really far away. Weirdly, the best mission actually for that might be the first one, because there's like an observation point on that one where you can see people like 400 metres away along the coast. Right. If I finish this mission within 30 odd minutes, what I'm going to do is I'm then going to do the Axis invasion thing, but invade as a German, because that's probably going to be a lot more fun than actually trying to, you know, play a mission while somebody hunts you down. It might be the bow tower or something where the item is, because that looks like you can get inside that bit. And there's resistance markers. I think those markers always indicate when there's like a weapons cache or something. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go, workbench. So yeah, obviously that's the clue to tell you that you're getting close to one without actually knowing its exact location, that you see the markers telling you near it. Another gnome. I want to use the bench. Why is it not letting me use the bench? Ah, there we go. So this now gives me more rifle customization. So I now get a wooden pad, which isn't really any help to me. I want to change the scope, so I don't like the actual... I like the markers going down the scope, I just don't like having the wide bit where, you know, your actual crosshair is. Let's try this one. How does that look? Yeah, I suppose that's the traditional crosshair, but I like crosshairs with notches, but I suppose... That's why I really like the Soviet PSO scopes. They have a really nice actual... You can put a PSO scope, I think, or a PU scope, the older one, on the... Is it the conveyor it lets you do that with? Oh, but I've not got the PU unlocked, that's annoying. So I have to find a rifle workbench in rubble and ruin for that one. Okay. Does Carbine have any good scopes? Because I mean, this technically should be one of the best rifles in terms of damage in the game. Again, that's just a standard crosshair. It's a slightly annoying workbench to use. I don't know. Extend back. Okay, so let's have a look at the M1903 because I barely used that in this. That's an interesting looking thing. So it doesn't have glints. That's only useful though if you're playing multiplayer. Let's try the British scope. Let's do the faster reload one just because bolt actions are a bit annoying with the reloads in this. Of course, you can actually put a big magazine on this. Right, let's try a giant mag then on the Springfield. Why not? Muzzle... Oh, I've got better muzzle brakes than I had before. So there's a suppressor that actually improves the power. I don't know how that works, but okay. Construction, let's do laminated beach, because yeah, that gives me a bit more control. Yeah, I'll give the one that has the most power for it. Okay, so Star Gouge Sniper, greatly reduces bullet drop. I don't care, let's just have this thing on. Oh, I like this crosshair. They have just the standard line underneath it. I mean, again, I prefer one with notches on to guesstimate things without zeroing the scope or whatever. Yeah, there is not a comfort bucket in this game, I'm afraid, Dan. Stanley and his bucket. I might always redo the Stanley Parable at some point. I went back and watched the version of the original source mod and I was surprised how basic that is, the very old Stanley Parable source mod. Obviously it makes sense it's really basic because it's a source mod, but still, you know. Is that a night vision bit he's got on there? Didn't say it was a night vision scope. So why is there a random massive fucking IR illuminator on it if it's not a... Oh, is it broken my guns? Because my Sten now doesn't have the attachment on it. What? Yeah, I think something's gone wrong here. Yeah, my Sten has lost its night vision sight. Right, let's go back to the workbench. So my Sten's lost its night vision sight, but the night vision sight has morphed onto, the IR illuminator at least, has morphed onto, my Springfield. It's not actually providing me any, like, glow-in-the-dark abilities, it's just, there. So yeah, so this has this sight on, look, that is meant to look like that. And then the Sten is meant to have the night shroud on it, okay. But the Sten keeps going back to this. Oh, I found a glitch. Okay, so in first person, yeah, look. So my Sten doesn't have a night vision scope. Wow. Okay, I found a glitch in the game, so that's quite cool. So yeah, it doesn't affect gameplay really, it's just annoying. So, yeah, I've got a pointless IR illuminator on my Springfield that doesn't do anything, and then my stem gun doesn't have a scope, but it's got an IR illuminated night vision scope on it. Oh, popped his eye out. So yeah, IR scope on there that doesn't do anything. IR scope on that even though it doesn't have a scope. Brilliant. I'm assuming it's just a weird gun combination that's broken the game. Don't know. Did you just forget I was there? Oh no, he climbed up the ladder straight off the other. And now he's having a fit. Quite a bit of health, so that's quite interesting. So where they've got a stove or something there, you can see where they've actually attached the chimney on it to like a thing that goes out of like the air vent. Because obviously, yeah, you can't have a stove working inside a bunker for obvious reasons without an exhaust. So where's the second pressure valve? Because I didn't blow it up this way the first time. I noticed. Right, Nick? Yeah, I'm walking the dogs at different times today because the dogs are at the groomers today. So I'm walking them basically like 6 PM or something. So I thought I'd do a stream earlier in the day while I had some free time. Because otherwise, you know, I won't have any sort of this evening to do a stream. That's, yeah, one of the different objectives, isn't it, this one? There's a few ways you can blow this place up, but workbench is he seeing over there? Is that one I've not done? Well, no, it's just seeing it one at the church, isn't it? So I've got a direct line to see it. Let me just check where the last bunker was for this map. So, not bunker, workshop. Yeah, roughly where I am on the map. So the pistol workbench is, looks like it's at the end of this road somewhere. So it's on the right side of the road, so it's probably where those air vents are. Just saying, so I don't miss them and have to do the mission again at some point. Yeah, open that one from the other side, and I've not done it yet. Right, my mouse is doing the thing to warn me that it's got low battery, even though I didn't replace its battery very long ago, so I don't know what's doing that. I'm sure I can find one of the additional ways of doing this, because I did I do it with the torpedo last time? I think last time when I played this the first time, I phoned up like a thing said, like, you know, oh, they are going to steal the German technology, it self-destructs a pen. So that door's padlocked on that side, the other one was padlocked on the other side, great. unopened. Where's that other pressure valve? Because it says there's 2 I need to do. I'd assume it would have been on this one somewhere, but that one's the roof control. Unless there is only one and it's just a confusing objective, because the next bit's to chuck the grenade down the roof. Let me just try that. I'll just do the scuttle thing again because it's the easiest one to do. When you play as the other character, they at least make him, you know, say in German, like, oh, it's being compromised or whatever. This guy can bother to voice it. Right, okay, so let's go find that missing, thing that was over there somewhere. Probably just end up going back to the M1 Carbine, because I definitely like that more than this, just because of the speed of it. Tiger in there, so let's find a way of dealing with that. Let's just try and run past it, see if it's actually... No, it's not a very good tank, is it? I mean, the real one is cool, but no, not that, because it's just like, I am very slowly looking at you. Right, okay, so now I can throw TNT at it. I know I could do a satchel charger, I've got TNT to waste. So. Oh! One more, should that do it? You don't want to be that close to it when it blows. It's got a damaged engine, but it's still... Yeah, I might want to heal down here. Let me use the armor piercing rounds instead. Yeah, it can't see me if I'm hiding here, look. Oh, it can, fuck, okay. Oh, he's on fire. Right, run. So something on this side of the road I was looking for, wasn't there? Meant to be like an armoury workbench or whatever. Is there anything on the map that looks like it could be here? Like a zombie or something? I'll try in that pit now. Because yeah, looking at the map, it just looked like, on the one I found online, it just looked like there was,
Watch out, Jerry, I've got a Panzerfaust.
looked like it was just on this side of the map. But, down here. Ah, yes. Right, there we go. So, pistol rate of fire pack. Right, let's not use the well rod anymore. Let's use yeah, it's quite cool. So, just put a giant magazine on it. Why not? There we go, I have a overpowered Luger. Right, that's this mission done. Right, I'll do have a quick go at Axis Invasion in a minute, where I play as the Germans rather than you know, doing one where they're hunting me, because otherwise you can't really do the objectives when you're constantly wondering where somebody is that's following you. Just down this bit, I guess. That's it. I've miraculously changed character again because of the thing. Alright, hurdy boys. Right, I'll try Axis Invasion quickly before I go off. Because again, it's getting just too warm in this room. Of course, I can customise my guy, right? So I haven't unlocked any of those yet. So I have to use this one to start with. Have I got any things I can use differently on this? I'll try the PU scope because I want to try that out. Right, so that's for my rifle. Machine pistol 40. Yeah. Let's try invading somebody then and see how it works. Oh, I can change my guy, okay. I guess I have to unlock some of these, but still. Yeah, I guess I was making it look like a standard kraut, okay. Hello, my friends. I've got all my skill points used up. Yeah, okay, good. The wool uniforms in this do actually look like wool, which is quite good. So yeah, assuming that it doesn't take ages to find a game, if not, obviously not stream this, it just searches and searches and searches and doesn't find a game. Hello, Arnold. Right. Bullet drop on, wind on, engine assist, player resilience normal, health regeneration normal, and bar HUD normal. So basically, the player could be anywhere on this map, and we have to hunt them down. Let's go to that area first, because that's near the front of the map. Your location has been revealed. Oh, you sniped somebody here, look. Okay, enemy snipers down there, okay. Don't know if that's directly below me, or somewhere in this area, okay. Oh, the birds, they are broken. They are stuck in the air. Okay. Those birds aren't broken. Oh, it's like him there. There he is, look. Right, we know where he is. It got me. See if the person wants to do a rematch. Right, return to main menu. Now I have to wait ages for game again. No, as I've said, the game's all set in France. Actually, I was going to change my scope. Never mind. At least I found a game faster this time. And this map is Guernsey, so Guernsey isn't France.
Da stimmt was nicht.
Oh, I heard a gunshot then. Let's go to the church tower. I've not actually played multiplayer yet, Nick, so I have to try that at some point. I did my first survival game last night before I went to bed to try that out. I've got a couple more missions to fully complete on the campaign, as in find all the workbenches for you, and I'll try the multiplayer as well. But so far, how many hours have I put into this? 26 hours, so I think it's worth the money. Especially if you've got a sale price for it fairly soon, but... So they have killed a German around here. Oh, there's somebody creeping along now, look. Yeah, that's where he's shooting from, look. Right. Let's try and find a way down there. Do you actually like Fallout 4 VR? Because I heard when that came out it was a complete mess, but is it one of those games that's quite good now? Oh. That's annoying, somebody else got him. Oh well. No, and the guy rage quit. Okay. Let's try again, shall we? I imagine this would be quite a fun mode if there was a way of doing it one-on-one with a mate. You know, like one of you plays one guy plays the other, so you kind of have a gentleman's agreement how you're going to do it. Yeah, so it makes sense. So it's like regular Bethesda games, is it, Nick? You need a load of mods, but once you've got a load of mods on, it can be really fun. There's a mod I really like for Fallout 4, and I don't know if it's available for the VR version. I hope it is. And what it is it's a mod which is like a zombie invasion mod, and you can change all the like parameters to how much you want it to happen. But basically you can do things, you know, like when an NPC dies, 24 hours later they come back as a zombie, you know, that will try and attack you, and you can adjust how big the zombie hordes are. So what it will do is it will fuck up a lot of the game, so you don't want to do it as like, you know, if you're playing through the story. But it's really fun to have it as just like when you're open world exploring, you know, to see hordes of zombies just wrecking towns and that. Yeah, Nick, on my 3090 they literally tell you not to run Fallout 4 on max settings because the 3090 can't handle it on that, because that's how dog shit the optimization is. So is the VR alerted? Right, let's just try and get into combat quickly this time rather than being sneaky, because if I take too long I'll probably just end up having the guy get away again, or just end up being sniped. Is that a German there? Yeah. Oh, is he over there on the beach? Oh, it's just sand kicking up from like wind. No, down 3090 can't run Fallout 4 on full settings. There'll be like random things that just tank your FPS. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just Bethesda's awful optimization, basically. It's because the card can't even brute force it, and again, it's because they're doing the fucking same thing, aren't they, with Starfield? The game runs on Gamebryo engine, which is a really old game engine that can't handle any of this stuff.
Konzentration.
Right, I told you to stay sharp, man. You need to be on the lookout for the Yankees. They could be anywhere. Let's go to the phone, shall we? Because you can use the phones, can't you? To say like, hello, there is the enemy. I would like a location report. I can identify some of them. I know a lot of the time it's down to rivets and like the cut of the thing. But again, it's like I'm not an expert on it. Right. Hello, telephone operator. Gives me the Führer. Oh. I'll booby trap it then. But can't use it. I wonder if he's actually come across the bridge area, he's just sniped a load of people. So we've still got Germans alive down there. Stuka. I'm just going to go have a look, just because I want to actually have something happen. Yeah, there's been a couple, Nick, and they've always tried to fix it, because, yeah, it's a stupid thing, isn't it, that you have to play the game at a certain refresh rate, or else it will just break the game in terms of speed, stuff happens, and whatever else. Still loaded up now. Yeah, that's just because they hire good composers, though. But, right, let's go have a look over here, because that's the only place where the enemies are currently alerted that gives me any idea whatsoever where the guy might be. Alright, Edward. Oh, they've calmed down again. Right, let me check the phone up here then. I can at least ring. Hello, I would like to know the location of the enemy. I don't know how you know, but I will pick up the phone and I will ask. Ring, hello.
Muss mich konzentrieren.
Yeah, he's nearby then, right. Oh, he's whistling at me. For you, Tommy, the war is over. Oh, Yankee. Yep. I knew that bit, Arnold. That, oh, he got angry. Oh no. He did not like the fact that I shot him in the head. You know, I shot him in the cop with my MP40, my machine pistol. That is not good. Oh yeah, you also mean like the music, Nick, like they've selected for it from like the old 1950s stuff, whatever. But yeah, 1930s, 1950s. Yeah, that's good as well. That is not my real accent, that is being a German. Let me see what a multiplayer game's like then. So let me just quickly try a team match. I'll just leave all this as is for the time being. I've never even played this game mode before, so I guess I'm just sniping at people that haven't got blue markers over their heads. I don't even know. Okay, so we can see where they're shooting from on the radar like that, I guess. This is upstairs, isn't it? Don't know if I can... Oh! Okay! I wasn't expecting that, but there we go. Probably going to be accused of aimbotting now. Anyway, I'll be off after this. I just want to quickly try out this mode to see what it's like. Oh no, mein Leben. I guess I can't penetrate those stone walls. kind of get the impression it might just be better to hip fire at people rather than trying to aim properly. Is it first to 50, wasn't it? So. So I incapacitated him and he killed me. I don't think I've ever played World War Heroes. Yeah, that sounds good, Nick. Like I said, I'll be walking the dogs this evening, but that's basically, going to be out 6 PM when they're back from the groomers and they've had a chance to chill out. There we go, victory. Right, that will be the end of the stream. So, see everybody. I won't be streaming later. I'm going to try and get a video done in the next couple of days. There's a members stream tomorrow, by the way. Right, see you then.